Well, no concrete outside today. I don't really want to do too much of anything outside today. My truck's been here about 3 minutes, getting some slushy snow, rain on the windshield already. The kids just got a call. They have a 2-hour delay and nobody showed up to work yet. I didn't have too many guys scheduled, just talked to them and said, hey, if you want to, come on in. But with the crummy weather, we'll see what goes on here. So let's head in the shop. I'll show you what I'm working on. We'll head up here into the wood shop. You can see I cleaned up in here. I did clean this machine out there. Look how nice and clean that looks. I still have to do the outside of the windows, but if you saw this 3 days ago, everything was covered in dust. Almost looks like a new one again. All right, here we go up there. If you run machinery, you know where I'm coming from. It is so hard to keep that stuff clean between the operator in the ditch, in the dirt, climbing in and out of the machine, dirty hands, greasing the machine. It just gets tracked in that machine. And not to mention, that's a $130,000 piece of equipment. Could you imagine if you had a $130,000 car climbing in it all dirty? You know, you just wouldn't do that. But unfortunately, that's what this equipment's for. So you have to do it. So I'm getting set up for some countertop here as I ramble on about equipment. So this is 1.5 inch thick, 3/4 inch wide material. I'm sorry, 1.5 inch tall, 3/4 wide. So I just go about every foot and drill a hole so that a screw can go right through that and drill and hold it securely to my under table. So I'll go ahead and do my big sides. This is 3 inch. We're working on a fireplace hearth and a bottom plate. I'll show you the picture in a minute. Okay, if you just run a screw right through this without drilling it, it'll just split this melamine apart. So it drills real easy. Halfway, clean it out. And you feel it poke out the bottom. Now what I always do, see that debris on the bottom? Just take your finger and brush that away, because when you put this on that bottom surface, if that debris is there, it'll want to push that crooked. So just make sure that's clean and about every foot. Maybe a little bit tighter since this is so tall. 3 inches compared to 1.5 inches. Maybe about every 8 inches, I think would be better. You can see I'm not measuring it, but I think I'm a pretty good space away from each other. So these are the little splinters I was talking about on the bottom side. Just take your finger or something and brush them off. They just crumble right away. That way it'll sit nice and true on your tabletop. Okay, we're gonna head to the basement. Good. Okay. Okay, that really didn't take very long to put together. 15 1/4 inches. There's a return right here, 12 inches. 2 1/4 down to 13 inches here. All the way down, we have a seam in the middle. Total length is 12 foot 3/4 of an inch. 12 foot, 144 3/4. So center is 6 foot 3/8. 6 foot 3/8. There's a notch in the wall at the house. I can't remember what was in there. So I put a 3/4 inch notch in it. And if you let concrete touch the wood, it sucks the moisture out. So I just put a little piece of tape on it. This is all buried in the wall. But that won't dry different and give discoloration at the surface. Just one of those little precautionary steps. So now, this is the fireplace hearth that you would sit on. Tom's making a faceplate to go up underneath it. 14 3/4 inches tall, 1.5 inches thick. So we wanted our seams to line up, so we made it left side the exact same. Over here, we have a cantilever of 9 inches. So we had to take 9 inches off of the total length. See how that's recessed back? Is that recessed back 9 inches? And then we need a little return plate for that. So correction, there's a 5-inch overhang. That's why this is 5 inches shorter than our top form. 5 inches shorter than our top form. Now we have a return piece with the seam that's going to be hidden behind this when you're in the living room looking at it. We only see one seam in the middle. You won't see a double seam out here. That'll be visible from the side. This will all make sense when I take you to the house. Hey, good morning everybody. Figured I'd try and do this a little bit different today. I'm going to open my video here in the kitchen. Just made my coffee, getting ready to head up to the shop. This time of year it's so dark up there, it's hard getting some morning footage. So I'll just tell you what I'm up to. I'll video it, and if you see, if it's a little bit dark, at least you'll know what I'm doing. So today we're going to pour the countertops we got ready. And how I'm going to do that is we're going to hook up a dump trailer and run over to Thrower Concrete and have them mix up a yard for us and put it right into the dump trailer, bring it home, and then put it into our molds. We usually mix it up in a mortar mixer, and it goes pretty well. But it's winter time, it's cold out, it's been raining, everything's just such a mess. And I just wanted to try it and see if this is better, easier, quicker, or all the opposites of that. So just something I'm going to try. So come on along with us. I'll take the camera to the plant and maybe we'll go over how they load trucks if they have time. It's all in their schedule. If they're busy, then unfortunately that won't work. That's my cue. I'm out of here. Okay, running around this morning, Jim and I picked up the dump trailer. We're pulling into Throwers right now. Let's see how busy they are. I'll run in and talk to Jason, see if he wants to do a little video here. I think that would be cool. I don't see any cement trucks here to mix us up, Jim. Might be coming back. Okay, let's go and see. Soon. Yeah. During video, this is where it all happens. I'll go see if I can go up there. Let's go look at it here. Cement, all the material off that belt into the truck. Let's see if I can get something going up the belt. There's where all the material's weighed out. Up there, through the door, into the truck. All right, let's head in the office. This is the brains of the operation here. We okay showing all this? Yeah. Okay. Okay, not sure what you're doing. Everything's weighed out. Okay. Yeah, perfect. So we're going for about a 5-inch slump. Gail's getting ready to back out. We're going to go ahead and pull over to their waste area and we'll get loaded over there. Okay, and this is all their leftover concrete. Whenever we have concrete left in the truck, they bring it back here and they have this leveled off area where they just dump it out of the truck. And then they bring a crusher in and take all the chunks in the crusher and they make crushed up concrete, and they use that for fill in a number of different places. So that's what happens to our leftover concrete. Again? You want me to throw this in your trap? No, I got it. Thanks. Thanks for help. Have a good one. Okay, just bringing it up to a nice mix. No travel time, so this concrete needs to generate some heat. Now, we are taking it home. We're going to be in our garage. Tonight I'll leave the heat up. We'll be about 60 degrees in there. Keep it nice and warm. So I did not get any calcium added to the mix. I didn't get any calcium added to the mix because that takes a little bit of strength away from the mix. So no calcium. I want full strength. This is 5,000 psi mix, so a pretty strong mix. And we'll dry it slow so it gets as strong as it can possibly get. We're trying to do this to make things easy. I don't want to spend an hour cleaning my trailer. So, piece of plastic, keep it nice. We'll put about 100 spins on that drum. It should flow in. You can come up a little bit more. That's good, Dale. Here we go. Inside of a concrete truck. The fins spin and pull it in to mix. They reverse the drum. Now it's a corkscrew. It brings the concrete out. Looks good, Dale. Nice. Making sure our plastic's good. I hope we're not splashing up Steve's new truck. So that is 1 yard of concrete. Okay. Thanks, Dale. Alright, we'll get this all folded up. I don't know if we need the canopy on it. We'll see. We splashed that truck at all, everything looked good. It was pretty tight. I don't think anything got splashed. Okay, now let's take this and we'll pull this over. How this works. Okay. Right here? Yep, you in? Give it a little bump. On the truck. Okay. See you at the shop. Okay, back to the shop. We'll just back this truck right up to the door. Hey, what was our winds the other night? 70 mile an hour? 50 or 60, 70?
Yeah, something.
I thought we had pretty big gusts. The canopy's still up. That's a good sign. I think this is probably pretty good right here. So you just start shoveling it around. Once you get it mixed in, you just give it like a fold and a flip, kind of stirring it. Okay, now we're sure we have enough concrete. Everything is mixed together. Just a little touch of vibration. You can even see the moisture coming up long before I get there. Just a little bit. Too much vibration, and I'm actually adding air to it. Those guys are good in there. I was just checking the camera angle. I think I'm getting some good footage. So the only thing I have left to pour are those two tops. Probably about 8 shovelfuls on each, if that. Little junk pile going over here. Let's go take a look. sure the doors are good. Yep. Always latch these doors. You don't want them swinging open and bending when you're raising this bed up. It'll destroy the trailer. That's what Bennett's advice was whenever I bought it. He said, whatever you do. Oh, I love it. Nice and clean. All right, we'll let this tighten up and I'll get rid of it. I'll leave this trailer up about a foot. Snow and ice that form in there as it melts since we're into winter. Now it'll drain itself on nice days. If I need it, come early spring, I won't have to wait for it to thaw out. Let's get this truck put away and get cleaned up. So these have been laying here for about 3 hours. I just put a first pass, one pass trial finish on this. Barely sticking to my fingers at all. This is cool in here. We're about 55 degrees on melamine, so there's no place for this moisture to go except up. So we just let that all just sit undisturbed, and you want it to get tighter where it's not all water and goo. There's just a little bit of cream. You can see just a couple passes with the float. Now it's quite soft. So I'm using a lot of down pressure. Very flat on my float. You can see how that just trues everything up. We want these to line up really nice. So this corner is going to match this corner, so make sure they're nice and full. I'll take that piece of wood out and those should slide right together. Perfect. So very little finishing on these. Okay, now with everything troweled and pretty tight, but not hard yet. Still very easily marked. This is about 3 mil plastic. So I just spread this over the surface. And what I like to do, just put a little wrinkle in it, here and there, there, and how about right here? Just grab it, give it a little twist. Now, take your steel trowel and real gently lay that in.